So, you're in the market for a new phone, but you don't want to spend $1,000 or $1,500. I get it. The flagship space is exciting, but the reality is, the mid-range is where things have gotten incredibly competitive, and honestly, really, really good. The challenge, though, is navigating this crowded space. Every company is making compromises to hit that sweet sub-$500 price point, but the compromises they choose to make are all different. One phone might have an incredible camera but a mediocre chip, while another is a performance beast with a plastic build. It's a minefield of trade-offs, and picking the right one for you can feel overwhelming. That's exactly what this video is for. We're going to break down the absolute best smartphones you can buy for under $500 right now in 2025. This isn't just a list, it's a deep dive into what makes each of these phones special and who they're for. We've spent a ton of time testing these devices, living with them, and really putting them through their paces. We're not just looking at spec sheets, we're talking about the real-world experience, the feel in the hand, the software quirks, and the long-term usability. It's all about finding you the most phone for your money. To make the cut, these phones had to excel across 4 key pillars: performance, camera, battery, and overall value. We're looking for smooth, reliable day-to-day use. Cameras that can take photos you'll actually want to share. Batteries that will confidently get you through a full day and then some. And a price tag that makes it all feel like a smart purchase. There's a phone on this list for pretty much everyone, whether you're a gamer, a photographer, or just someone who wants a dependable device that doesn't break the bank. Let's get into it. Alright, kicking things off with what I think is the smartest, safest, and most well-rounded pick for most people in this category, the Google Pixel 7a. If you just want a great phone that does everything pretty well and don't want to overthink it, this is probably the one. The headline feature, as with all Pixels, is the camera. It leverages Google's computational photography magic to produce shots that consistently punch way above their weight class. Photos are sharp, with that classic contrasty pixel look and fantastic dynamic range. It genuinely competes with phones that cost hundreds more, especially in tricky lighting. But it's not just the camera. The 7a is running on Google's Tensor G2 chip, the same one found in the flagship Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. This means you get all those clever AI features like Magic Eraser and Photo Unblur baked right in. And crucially, you're getting the purest version of Android, with guaranteed day-one software updates and security patches directly from Google. That long-term software support is a huge part of the value proposition here. The build is solid, the 90Hz OLED display is smooth and vibrant, and it just feels like a complete, cohesive package. It's the no-nonsense champion. Next up, we have Samsung's mid-range monster, the Galaxy A54. If your top priority is the screen, the thing you look at 100 times a day, then this is where you should be looking. Samsung puts its best-in-class display technology into this phone, and it shows. We're talking about a Super AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate that is just gorgeous. It's incredibly bright, making it great for outdoor use, the colors are super vivid and punchy, and the blacks are perfectly deep. Watching videos or just scrolling through your feed is a genuinely premium experience that feels like it belongs on a much more expensive device. Beyond that beautiful screen, the A54 is a really solid all-rounder. The performance from its Exynos chipset is more than capable for daily tasks, social media, and even a good amount of gaming. Samsung's One UI is packed with features and customization options, and they offer one of the best software support promises in the Android world, with 4 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches. The triple camera system is versatile, and the main sensor can pull in some impressive shots, especially in good light. Plus, the design with its clean lines and glass back mimics their flagship S-series, giving it a very premium feel in the hand. Now for something completely different. If you're an Apple user, or want to be, the iPhone SE is your ticket into the ecosystem without the flagship price. Its appeal is simple and powerful. It's an iPhone. That means you get access to iMessage, FaceTime, the App Store, and that seamless integration with other Apple products like AirPods and Apple Watches. The biggest upgrade for the 2024 model is under the hood. It packs a modern A-series Bionic chip, likely the A16 from the iPhone 14 Pro, which is ridiculously overpowered for a phone at this price. This thing is a performance monster. That chip means it will fly through any app or game you throw at it and will be supported with iOS updates for many, many years to come. The trade-off, of course, is the design. It still rocks that classic home button and big bezels look from the iPhone 8 era. For some, that compact size and the familiarity of Touch ID is a huge plus. For others, it looks dated. The single camera on the back is also surprisingly capable, thanks to Apple's image processing, but it lacks the versatility of the multi-camera systems on its Android rivals. This phone is for a very specific person, someone who wants iOS, blazing fast performance, and a compact form factor above all else. If raw power and speed are what you crave in a mid-range package, then the OnePlus Nord 3 needs to be at the top of your list. OnePlus has always been about delivering a fast and smooth experience, and the Nord 3 fully embraces that philosophy. It's built around a flagship-level MediaTek Dimensity chipset that trades blows with chips in phones costing twice as much. This translates to incredibly snappy app opening times, fluid animations, and the ability to handle high-end gaming at high frame rates without breaking a sweat. It just feels fast all the time. OnePlus pairs that powerful chip with a generous amount of RAM and crucially a ton of storage. You're often getting 256 gigabytes as the base model, which is a huge deal at this price point, and gives you peace of mind that you won't be running out of space anytime soon. The Oxygen OS software is clean and close to stock Android, with just enough useful customizations. And let's not forget the signature OnePlus Alert slider on the side, a fan-favorite feature you won't find on any other Android phone. The display is a high-quality, high-refresh rate panel, making the whole experience feel even more responsive. In a world where we're all worried about our phones dying before the end of the day, Motorola comes in with a simple, compelling solution: the Moto Edge 2025. This phone is built for endurance. Its primary selling point is its absolutely massive battery. We're talking a capacity that pushes the limits of what's physically possible in a slim chassis. In our testing, this isn't just a one-day phone, it's a comfortable two-day phone for most users. If you're someone who is constantly away from a charger and suffers from battery anxiety, this phone is your cure. It just goes and goes. And when you finally do manage to drain it, Motorola has you covered with its Turbo Power fast charging. It can give you hours of power in just a few minutes of being plugged in, which is honestly a lifesaver. Beyond the battery, the Edge offers a very clean, near-stock Android experience with a few clever Moto gestures sprinkled in, like the classic chop-chop for the flashlight. The large POLED display is great for media consumption, and while the cameras might not be at the top of the class, they are reliable and perfectly capable for everyday snaps. This phone is for the pragmatist who values longevity and practicality above all else. Alright, let's talk about the phone for people who are honestly just tired of boring black slabs. The Nothing Phone, Model 2A, is a breath of fresh air in a market that has become, well, pretty aesthetically stagnant. It takes that transparent design language and the unique glyph interface from its more expensive siblings, and brings it down to a more accessible price point. The back of the phone is like a conversation starter all on its own. Seeing the internal components, the custom-designed layout, and of course those glowing LED light strips is just cool. It's a phone that has a personality and really makes a statement. The glyph interface isn't just for show either. You can assign different light patterns to specific contacts or notifications, use it as a fill light for photography, or even see your charging progress without ever turning on the screen. It's a unique and fun way to interact with your device. Underneath the flashy exterior, the Phone 2A is actually a very competent mid-range device. It runs on a custom-tuned processor that's optimized for efficiency. The Nothing OS is beautifully designed with a unique monochrome aesthetic, and the dual camera system is surprisingly solid. You buy this phone because you want something different, something that stands out from the crowd. For those who want the most camera hardware for their money, look no further than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13 Pro. This phone is all about the spec sheet, and the camera section is where it truly flexes. The headliner here is a massive 200-megapixel main sensor. Now, you're not always shooting in 200MP mode, but that huge sensor allows for incredible detail and some really impressive lossless zoom capabilities by cropping in. It gives you a level of flexibility in your photos that's usually reserved for high-end flagships. It's a versatile system that really encourages you to get creative with your shots. Alongside that massive main sensor, you typically get capable ultra-wide and macro lenses, giving you a complete toolkit for almost any photographic situation. But Xiaomi doesn't stop there. The Redmi Note 13 Pro also packs a beautiful high refresh rate AMOLED display, very fast charging, and often includes an IR blaster, which is a rare but super handy feature for controlling TVs and other appliances. The performance is solid, handling daily tasks and gaming with ease. If you're a budding mobile photographer who loves to tinker and wants the most megapixels and features for your dollar, this is a seriously compelling option. Last but not least, we have a phone for the content consumers, the movie watchers, and the music lovers out there. The Sony Xperia 10.5 continues Sony's tradition of focusing on the media experience above all else. The standout feature here is its 21:9 aspect ratio OLED display. This wider screen is just perfect for watching movies, since it eliminates those black bars on most cinematic content, giving you a truly immersive, full-screen experience. Sony's display expertise also means you're getting excellent color accuracy, making everything look the way the director intended. It's basically a pocket-sized cinema. The audio experience is just as important to Sony. The Xperia 10.5 features powerful front-facing stereo speakers, which is a huge upgrade over the typical bottom-firing mono speaker in this price range. It makes a massive difference for watching videos or gaming without headphones. And speaking of headphones, this is one of the few phones left that still proudly includes a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is a massive win for audiophiles. While its performance and camera might be a step behind some others on this list, if your phone is primarily a device for watching and listening, the Xperia 10.5 is in a class of its own. So there you have it, 8 incredible phones, all under $500 and all champions in their own right for 2025. As you can see, the mid-range market isn't about finding one perfect phone, because honestly that just doesn't exist. It's about understanding the trade-offs and finding the phone that makes the right compromises for you. From the all-around excellence and brilliant camera of the Pixel 7a, to the stunning display on the Galaxy A54, and the raw power of the OnePlus Nord 3, there's a huge amount of quality and value to be had here. You really can't make a bad choice, only a better one for your specific needs. The most important thing is to think about how you actually use your phone day to day. Are you constantly taking pictures of your kids or pets? The Pixel is calling your name. Do you spend hours watching YouTube and Netflix on your commute? The Samsung or Sony would be a fantastic choice.